Girly, if you have pretty privilege, you need to start demanding more. You need to be meaner. And you need to get over the idea that you being more reserved, setting stronger boundaries, and feeling like you're being a bad person is actually you being a bad person. Because let me tell you something. When you're a pretty woman, especially from a young age, you know what people start telling you? They start telling you that beauty doesn't matter, brains matter more. And you know why they tell you this? They tell you this so that you are easier to get access to. They might even tell you you're not that beautiful. This is why the incel men on the internet tell drop dead gorgeous women that they're a 2 out of 10. Is because they want access. But the only way they think that they can create access is by making that woman feel like she's less than, so that she will settle for someone because she's afraid of ending up alone. When you are a pretty woman, when you're a woman with a face card that never declines, this is a resource. This is something you need to clock that you have, and you need to be so aware of it that you understand the resource that it is so that people don't take advantage of it. So if you are a girly who's grown up hearing, well, brains matter more than beauty, or your looks will fade eventually, or I like you more natural, I think you'd look better this and this that way, you're probably prettier than you think you are. And you have to learn to be meaner, or you will end up being in situations again and again and again where you're the one who's overcompensating, people pleasing, doing everything. Because people that actually want to be in your company because of your energy. And by the way, pretty privilege doesn't necessarily mean you look like a Victoria's Secret model. It's also your energy. It's the energy of you putting effort into yourself. People want access to that energy, so they'll try to bargain with you. That's why they tell you that brains matter more than beauty, so that you will go your whole life chasing validation. You'll be the one chasing validation. You'll be the one people pleasing, overcompensate. While in reality, they're the ones who are getting the energy from you. They want to cheapen you, but they hate it when you suddenly are no longer the energy, aka the worth that they saw when they met you. If you've ever heard about the term boyfriend air, or how when a girl gets into a relationship with a man that literally strips her from all of her energy and beauty, she ends up becoming more hardened in her soul, but she also ends up looking like she went through it. This is not a coincidence. This is something that happened because of the energy shifts that happens between a man that hasn't healed his feminine energy. Yes, he hasn't healed his feminine energy. It's not just about feminine and masculine energy. Men also need to be able to heal their feminine energy. If a man hasn't healed his feminine energy, he's going to be wanting to crave it from somewhere else. It's kind of like when a man starts losing his hair and now he's going out to find some fake hairpiece and put it on his head, and you know it's not his real hair. It's compensation. And he doesn't want to do the work to be able to go and get plucks or whatever. He needs a quick fix. That's why men, very feminine men, they prey on women. They see beautiful women. They want beautiful women. They want women with a lot of femininity. And they prey on these women to get access to them, to tell them they're not that beautiful. And whatever they want from the woman is just love. Just love. Nothing more, just love. It's all about love. Which means that they can get access to her for less money. They don't have to pay to be in her company, aka they don't need to make sure that she's taken care of the way she deserves to be taken care of. It's all about sparkling water and love. He's not willing to invest in that woman. And if that woman is someone who already has a maintenance routine, you know, she does her beauty stuff, she gets her nails done, she looks good, then she is going to be costly. Women in general, men know that women cost money. So they try to get the woman that is the most expensive for the least amount of money. It's like going to a market and bargaining and haggling with whoever's there, trying to get a good deal. That's what these men are doing when they tell you that beauty doesn't matter that much and brains matter more than beauty, and in a couple years your beauty's gonna fade. They're trying to get a lower offer for you. And this is why you have to learn, girl, to be meaner, and you have to learn to expect and only accept more. In today's world, women are literally outperforming men when it comes to getting degrees, when it comes to securing better life standards. If a single woman can take care of all of her kids and still survive, a man can also take care of himself, which means there's no reason for you to go 50-50 with him. If a single woman can take care of herself and her kids, there's no reason a man shouldn't be able to take care of just himself and you, which is again why I'm saying you need to be meaner and your standards need to be higher. And I've noticed that the girlies that have a lot of pretty privilege often aren't aware of how much pretty privilege they have. So they end up settling for someone who's not necessarily the person that could give them everything that they deserve. Out of fear that they're going to end up alone, the men that are supposed to be dancing in front of us like the birds, you know how in the animal kingdom, the male birds are the ones with the crazy colored feathers and they're shaking their tail feathers, showing the women how, ooh, I want you as my mate. That's what they do in the animal kingdom. The men, in this case, are making the beautiful women dance for them. When men tell us that brains matter more than beauty, they're doing that to make us show how smart we are, so that first and foremost, they can say, oh, if you're that smart, that means that you can handle more on your own. So they have to handle less, which means that they have an argument for why they shouldn't be investing that much in you, because you can handle it on your own. Second of all, they use brains matter more than beauty. They also tell you this, brains matter more than beauty, to make you explain yourself to men. When they say, well, brains matter more than beauty and your looks are going to fade and all of this, they say that so that you start arguing with them, so that you start proving yourself. Because they know that the patriarchy will still have some type of chokehold on you. And if they just frame it right, like brains matter more than beauty, then the women will be out trying to do everything in their power to make it seem like, oh, you know what? I'm going to show you that I could do it my way. I want to show those men that I can do things however I want. Girly, you're still showing the men that you can do it your way. AKA, you're still doing it for the men. They love it. They love to see you doing it because that means that you're spending your energy trying to prove them wrong, which means that you're proving them right. You want the patriarchy to notice you. You do care about what the men say. You know what proving the men wrong is? Being completely comfortable with playing dumb, leaning in to the stereotype of being that ditzy dumb girl. Because then they can't use the brains matter more than beauty stereotype on you. Whenever they try to say that to you, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know. This will get them so frustrated with the fact that they can't make you molded into whatever they want you to mold into. Or they're just not going to see you as a threat. Because at the same time that men use brains matter more than beauty to make women prove themselves, they also use it because they do not believe that brains and beauty can be united. They use it as an excuse to kind of go against any woman who has an opinion when she's also beautiful and looks like she has things together. It's basically a trap when someone says that. It's what they call on the internet today, rage bait. Because they want you to rage. They want you to rage. They want to get your energy. And they don't care whether your energy is positive or negative. They just want your energy. They want you to pour into them. They don't care whether that means you're a positive, you think they're doing a good job, or whether you think that they're a-holes. This is why I always say that when you're a pretty girl, the energy that you spend around men, it's not just energy. It's not just, oh yeah, well, having a little conversation is just harmless. They love the energy that you're giving them, and they want to take as much energy as they possibly can, especially when you're really, really beautiful. And if you let them take enough energy from the get-go, they will try to find other ways to get even more energy by either triggering you or by doing whatever they need to do to flatter you. But in most cases, especially when you're really beautiful, it's the triggering part because they know that you've got something. So they want to make you feel like you don't have something so that you go to them. This has everything to do with the law of attraction as well, because whatever you focus your attention towards is where energy flows. And these men have harvested that. But as I said before, a lot of these men are very, very feminine. They haven't healed the feminine part of themselves. They cannot see the beauty in femininity because they haven't healed femininity within themselves. They haven't learned to appreciate the feminine. So they do not believe it can actually exist, yet they still want to steal its power. They actually want you to believe that it doesn't exist so they can steal your feminine power even more, which is why you have to be meaner. Because you know what? It's better for you to come off a little mean and preserve your energy, preserve your femininity, preserve what you deserve to put into yourself than to use the energy on someone who's not going to reciprocate that energy. You know, they say that your face card doesn't decline. Well, your face card will start declining if you let everyone and their mom use it. They will literally ruin your credit score because You know who cares about your face card credit score? You. They don't. They just want to have access to the things that the face card gives them access to, but they don't want to reciprocate and make sure that they build a healthy balance, a healthy economy, healthy face card finances. Which is why I always say some of the most important things that you can invest in as a woman is yourself. Investing in your beauty is not vain in a world where everything is literally based on how you take care of yourself. If beauty didn't matter, why are we bombarded with commercials about beauty products, makeup all the time? If beauty didn't matter, how come I can literally make YouTube videos and post my face and they'll do good? Beauty matters. Beauty is currency. And you know what? If you were a part of the baddie bank, if your face card was issued by the bank of baddies, you know what would happen when you come to the bank of baddies and you're asking to get a loan or whatever? They would be like, let me see your credentials. Why do you want this loan? Are you sure you can apply for this loan? Do you even qualify? That's what happens when you go to an actual bank and you're trying to get resources, when you're trying to get access to, I don't know, a credit card. In this case, it is your face card that's on the line. If a bank deems that you're not someone who's going to be able to pay back whatever it is you are loaning, or you're not someone who's a good prospect, they cannot get any money. They cannot get any resources from that bank. That is how the bank of baddies also works. That is why your face card is also super valuable and shouldn't be shared with everyone. Which is why you have to be meaner. You have to act like you're the bank of baddies. You have to vet people that come into your life. People have to give you proof of whether they are someone who can actually reciprocate whatever it is that card gives them access to. If they cannot keep the credit score healthy, the face card credit score healthy, then it's actually crazy giving them the access to the face card in the first place. And you know what? A bank is not hesitant in telling people, you're not a candidate. I don't see this working out. No. You might think that being nice is what you need to do, but that's what patriarchy has literally made you believe so that you do more to get less. They hate when a woman is mean, when a woman is self-centered. They hate when a woman has a mind of her own and does whatever she wants, because that means that she cannot be controlled. And that means that she is not easy to get access to. But you know what? At the same time that it's really, really hard to get access to specific credit cards, it's also really hard to get access to specific face cards. And it makes that face card or that credit card, if we want to take that example, more valuable. It makes it seem more cool to have, to be around. Which is why when you are really pretty, when you're a beautiful woman, you are literally currency. Whoever you are seen around will get value from you being around. Which is why you cannot be giving your energy to everyone. Which is why you cannot be even giving your time of day. Like if someone comes up to you is like, oh, you look really nice. It's not, no. When you are a pretty girl, sometimes you have to be comfortable being completely shut off. Just keep on walking. And we have been consistently brought up to believe that whenever someone tells us something nice, we need to stop up and say thank you. Is that compliment paying your bills? Is that compliment making your life easier? Is that compliment really just inconveniencing you, slowing you down? Because remember this, if people are telling you stuff in the wild, that probably means that they are wild. You might think it's a compliment. Oh my God, they say that I look really good. You have to know that about yourself. And the more you become more assertive with your energy, the meaner you kind of become in your energy. And mean is not necessarily a bad thing, but more like you're assertive, you know what's going on. And that energy is actually more clear from you. It will become more clear no matter how you twist and turn it. The more you will also understand that people are not here to actually give compliments and be nice, especially the men. They're here to get energy. Which is why I always say the whole playing dumb is a really, really good thing for you to learn how to do as a woman. Learning how to play dumb is a really, really smart move. If you feel like you need to prove to everyone that you're smart, then you actually feel like you need to overcompensate. And that is going to feed into patriarchy, and that is going to make you more easily manipulated. The smartest move for a girl to learn is to learn how to make sure she looks good and learn how to play dumb. Because when you learn how to play dumb, you can move in silence. And it will also make you much more focused on how to validate yourself instead of feeling like everyone else has to validate you. You'll be like, okay, well, someone might tell me that I'm beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. I don't need to hear it. And then you'll continue your day because you don't need no compliments. You already compliment yourself. You need to be meaner to other people, which is not even being mean. It's just being protective of the assets that you have, like the bank of baddies. Not everyone deserves a chance. Not everyone deserves to talk to you. Not everyone deserves your space. And that doesn't mean that you have to be a bee about it. That doesn't mean you have to be nasty. It just means that you need to know how to attract your energy. And it means you need to stop being the type of person who's sending long paragraphs or confronting people about their bad behavior. People know what they do. People know their behavior. People are not stupid. First and foremost, a lot of men want you to tell them that they're stupid so that they can take that upon themselves and use it as an alibi. Oh yeah, I'm so stupid. Well, if I'm so stupid, that means that I can do all of this and I have an alibi for it. I'm just a stupid man. No. You have to understand, people know what they're doing. And if they know what they're doing, there's no reason for you to sit and send some whole paragraph about you did this, you did that. That is literally you giving your energy again, girl. That's you giving your energy. That doesn't mean that you cannot bring up things that don't make you happy. There's ways to bring things up that are respectful and that preserve your energy. But if you feel like you're about to fight and punch a wall every time someone does you wrong, you are literally going to be energy ciphered so badly from society because first and foremost, you haven't understood how much value you truly have. And you feel like your value is based upon the justice you get from confronting people. That will never bring you justice. It will actually just make you feel more resentment. And in the long haul, that will make you have higher cortisol. It will make you hate other people. It will make you blame stuff on everyone else. It will not make you introspective. It will make you look outwards to find validation. It will make you look outwards to find whatever's wrong with you. Like, oh, the reason things are like this is because of everyone else. And when you're not self-critical and when you're not looking at, you know what, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, even if I'm not perfect and I gotta work on just making myself a better version of myself, then you'll actually lose your pretty privilege because the energy that you have will be built on so much resentment. Because you're constantly looking for reciprocation or some type of justice. You're looking to take. People can smell your energetic body odor when you are someone who wants to take, aka you want to take justice. You want to take what you deserve. Whatever you deserve, whatever it is you need is found within yourself. And every time you try to take it from someone else who did you wrong, you're actually going to be draining yourself from energy. That energy is already within yourself, but now you're out there giving it to someone, hoping that you'll get some reciprocation. That energy is already there, girl. And the more you spend it on other people by buying into the whole rage bait of trying to like show people that you're so smart and you got to figure out, the more you will end up losing yourself before you even find yourself. And that will, in the long run, make you lose a lot of your pretty privilege. Because a pretty person is also a person who's pretty in energy. It's someone who knows how to sit back in their energy and say, you know what? Maybe this wasn't how it was supposed to go, but how it went. And I'm going to learn from that next time. I'm going to be honest with myself about that. That is one of the most beautiful things a person can do. Whether that's you regretting cutting your hair a specific way or you being like, you know what, this relationship wasn't for me. I shouldn't have spent that much energy on that person or whatever. But you have to be more vigilant with your boundaries, but you shouldn't be meaner with yourself. You just have to understand that if you're not acting like the bank of baddies, like, you know what, you got to vet people, you got to vet men before they're let into your life, you will get played royally. And if you want to learn how to vet men properly, let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about that in another video. Girlies, stay pretty, stay protected, and I love you guys.